Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at the Hilltop YMCA. My name is Al Obayuwan, and I have the pleasure to serve as the executive director here. I've been with the Y for over 20 years, working with kids and youth programming, and been here actually in Columbus, Ohio since 2013. I know that we're all concerned with the increase in violent crime and trauma that these crimes causes to our neighborhoods, specifically our kids. I know one thing personally that the YMCA does here is we try to provide programs to make sure that those teens have safe places to come, alternate choices, things that they can use to grow and develop their spirit, mind, and body. I'm happy here today to hear about the additional efforts the city and the mayor specifically is undertaking towards safety. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce the mayor, Andrew J. Ginther.
Good morning, and thank you, Al, and all of your wonderful team here at the Y. I almost feel like I need a membership card or something. This is where we started with one of our family reunions after I was inaugurated, and the Y, Steve, Al, the entire team are some of our greatest partners throughout this city, but particularly here at the Hilltop Y, because we know that in order to make sure that every family and every neighborhood is safe in this community, it takes a community effort, and it takes work with our nonprofits, our community organizations, our incredible partners like the Y, as well as working closely with our leaders in law enforcement. So I want to thank Columbus City Council, particularly President Shannon Hardin and Chairman of our Safety Committee, Mitch Brown, the Columbus Division of Police, and our Chief, Kim Jacobs, our team at Columbus Public Health, and particularly our Health Commissioner, Dr. Mashika Roberts, and the Department of Neighborhoods, our Director there, Carla Williams-Scott. And I know that Council Member Remy is here as well, our newest council member. Anybody else, President Hardin? President Pro Tem Stenziano is here as well, and I want to thank you all for your support of this effort. As you know, public safety is the biggest investment we make in our city every year. Approximately 2/3 of our general fund budget goes toward police and fire. The reason behind that is clear. Every person in every neighborhood, regardless of where they were born or where they are from, deserves to be safe in this community. As I announced in November, if we are to achieve this goal, we must begin new initiatives to address crime differently while continuing to invest in proven safety strategies. This means new approaches to policing, approaches that empower our neighborhoods, invest in our officers with the best possible training, policies, and procedures, and bring the full resources of our collective city and community to bear for communities struggling with spikes in violent crime. I know our community and our police officers are firmly committed to working together as we tackle these issues. We are in the process of implementing the comprehensive neighborhood safety strategy that includes expanding proven law enforcement initiatives greatly advocated for from neighborhoods where they are working, such as Linden and Safe Streets Bike Patrol, and a collaborative deterrence effort with the Franklin County Courts called Safe Neighborhoods. It also includes community-based programs to help in crime prevention and intervention. As Al and his colleagues know best, one of the best ways to fight crime and reduce crime is working with young people to make sure it doesn't happen in the first place, and giving them constructive, supervised opportunities to grow and develop and grow into their future. We know these community-based programs, such as the Neighborhood Crisis Response and the CARE Coalition, that address the trauma that families and neighbors experience because of violent crime. And today, I am happy to announce increased funding for law enforcement and community initiatives. Thanks to prudent fiscal management and a strong local economy, we will be able to add 30 additional police recruits this year for a total of 100 new officers by the end of 2018. That is the most police recruits that the city has hired in 5 years. The total cost of that is $1 million. Columbus City Council is investing $500,000 through an amendment to my proposed general operating fund budget, championed by Chairman Mitch Brown. And with the support of his colleagues on council and the leadership of President Hardin, my administration will be matching that with $500,000 as well. These additional recruits will allow police to put additional resources into neighborhood safety strategies such as safe streets, as well as more resources to solve homicides and address gang-related violence that our chief has asked for. We know that reducing crime in our great city cannot be accomplished solely by the work of our police officers. So we're also adding $1 million to community efforts in this comprehensive neighborhood safety strategy, in addition to the $3.8 million that I have already committed to these efforts. Again, our partners, under the leadership of President Hardin, will be matching our commitment of $500,000 with theirs, taking that total to $1 million. Today's announcement reinforces our commitment to a truly comprehensive approach to safety for every person and every family in every neighborhood throughout our city. I can't do this alone, and it takes incredible partners, both internally and externally. And we are blessed with a great new leader of our legislative branch, our partner in this effort and so many others. Please welcome Council President Shannon Hardin.
Well, good morning, and thank you all for being here. Like the mayor said, that this is a partnership and a collaboration, and so I would not be here without my colleagues, President Pro Tem Mike Stenziano, our newest council member Emmanuel Remy, and the chairperson of our safety committee, Council Member Mitch Brown. I told him earlier that really everything that I say, I'll just say, Councilmember Brown told me to say it. But as the mayor said, this council and this city are committed to safe neighborhoods, and safety is our top priority. Every block, every cul-de-sac should provide our residents a feeling of security and home. This council believes in a Columbus where everyone can feel safe regardless of when or where they walk out of their door. A Columbus where police officers can show up to help even when things are going fine. A Columbus where young people, particularly young people of color, can form meaningful relationships with police today that inspire them to join our CPD tomorrow. We understand that our simultaneous need to improve public safety and mend community and police relationships, and that's why today we're announcing that this council will commit $1 million towards this community safety strategy. Of that $1 million, council will commit $500,000 towards hiring and training police officers. A couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go on a ride-along with our police, and a couple things that came to mind. It reminded me of, one, that we have the best police force in the country. We have the best police force in the country. And best doesn't mean that we can't always get better. Of course we can, but we have the best. But it also reminded me that currently officers are going from run to run, responding to 911 calls, leaving little opportunity to connect with youth and little time to build meaningful relationships. These additional officers will give patrols the ability to leave their cars, meet residents, and establish relationships with those they serve. Importantly, more officers will also allow our first responders to reach the scenes of crime, of incidents more quickly. And that's important, again, how we talk about our police. We say that we want to have our young people be police. It starts with making sure that we talk in a positive manner about the good things that our Columbus police are doing. But like the mayor said, this council will also commit $500,000 to community-based safety strategies. We all know that we cannot solely police our way to a safer community, so these dollars will fill gaps in outreach practices and strengthen our city's ability to prevent crime and intervene in high-risk events. These dollars will allow us to work smarter and more collaboratively as we fight violence and the trauma that accompanies violence. So council, working with the mayor, will help drive how these dollars are spent, recognizing our need to break down silos between services and address the root causes of violent crime. Our two-tiered approach reflects the fact that there is no silver bullet for preventing violent crime, that we need both police and community to do that. This funding is on top of the $100,000 that council has pledged for the My Brother's Keepers Grants Program to bridge opportunity gaps for boys and young men of color. These dollars are on top of Councilmember Jiza Page's Summer Job Initiative, on top of Councilmember Mitch Brown's increased support for the Explorer program, on top of Council President Pro Tem Stenziano and the Department of Neighborhood and the Mayor's Community Comprehensive Safety Strategy, on top of Councilmember Elizabeth Brown's Barbershop Books program, on top of Councilmember Tyson's Jobs Boot Camp. These parallel efforts all work together to make our community safer. What we have today is a balanced approach to public safety, a commitment that we are willing to invest and do the things that will keep our neighborhood safe. Thank you, and thank you for being here today.